There's a new cult which is making news on the internet because of how shameless they are in their silliness. But from what I can ascertain, they actually appear to think that they're serious. They actually believe the stuff that they're saying. They are the International Raelian Movement, as they're called. They call themselves a religious group. They are now formally petitioning the government of Canada, I love this, to build an embassy for space aliens that will come and visit. Now, again, I want to reiterate, they actually believe this stuff. This isn't a joke. Raelism, as they call it, was founded by former French auto racer. You know you're in the right religion when it was founded by a French auto racer. That guy was also a journalist, by the way. His name is Claude Vorilhon. He founded it in the early 1970s. They believe that, quote, Earth was created by an extraterrestrial species called the Elohim as part of a giant science experiment, and Elohim will return to Earth when a suitable embassy is built for them. I was going to say you can't make this stuff up if you try, but no, that's exactly what you can do, because that's exactly what they did. They made it up. I mean, think about that, man. These alien gods are so overwhelmingly powerful and omnipotent, and they created us, and they're the best, and they refuse to come back to Earth until a very high-quality space station is built for them. Really? So none of the places on Earth right now impress them? You know, I've seen pictures of Dubai. It's pretty fucking impressive. Landing next to that gigantic modern city at night, you know, in the desert, that's not good enough for them. New York City isn't good enough for them. There's not enough places. I mean, go to any Olympic venue, how gorgeous it looks when they light it up and they do the fireworks show and everything. But no, the aliens are like, no, we specifically want a space station that's pretty enough for us to fly into. None of the pretty places that already exist are good enough. So they're trying to sell this idea to Canada, to the government, by saying, quote, the host country of this embassy will improve and enjoy an immense prestige, being the interplanetary hub. Oh, okay, so the aliens will always stop off here whenever they want to come and visit, and it's the interplanetary hub. So it'll be like the Star Wars bar. You remember that scene? That's what they're trying to make in Canada. The residents of this country will be the first to benefit from the Elohim's very advanced technology in the fields, among others, of biorobotics, nanotechnology, medicine, transport, and communications, as well as in access to some sources of energy currently impossible to imagine by our scientists. Really, that's fascinating. How do you guys know that these so-called aliens have this so-called incredible technology? You don't, because you fucking made it up. Also, the Raelians also claim that they made the first ever human clone. Now, when scientists ask them, oh, really? That's fascinating. Can we see it? What was their response? Yet again, sprinkled in with a little bit of... They're like, oh, you know, it's cool. We totally cloned somebody. It was a human being. We cloned her. Her name is Eve. But she's totally busy. Can't do testing. She's got this thing. Family gathering. You know how those are. How silly are human beings? Now, last few things here. They just recently started to march topless to spread the message of free love. So at least there's one practice that they do that I enjoy. But here's why I wanted to talk about this, man. See, rightfully, everybody is mocking this, okay? The article's made its way around the internet, the comments on it, everybody's going to work, and I agree, as I am doing right now, okay? But is Christianity really that different? Is Islam really that different? Are any of the world religions really that different? Seriously, stop and think about it. Christianity, 3 people are actually one person. Okay, that already doesn't make sense. Somebody died and then came back to life. All right, that's physically impossible. The Noah story of the old man who built an ark that was bigger than any ark that was ever built at the time, that was structurally impossible to make according to engineers. Even today, you can't make a wood ark that big. And the world flooded, and he saved the animals and saved humanity. No evidence the flood ever happened. No, that's totally real. The talking snake, the burning bush, the seven-headed dragon, the earth being flat. But people are so silly because that myth has been around longer. People go, oh, that's totally reasonable. No, that makes sense. But if it's some equally as absurd bullshit, no more absurd or less absurd, right? Equally as absurd bullshit that was brought up recently, people go, ha 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 ha, don't be so stupid, man. What are you, crazy? I could just Google what you're saying and it's wrong. I could fact check you. You sound so stupid. Yeah, but why don't you take that same level of scrutiny and same level of objectivity and apply it to the older religions? People have what I call a cultural bias, okay? As long as they were born into the system and as long as they think, people who believe it around them are by and large nice people and good people, they just throw in their lot with their beliefs. They go, oh, they seem like good people. They're probably right about this. Yeah, but wait a second. So you're being very, very strict in your scrutiny with every other religion. The Greek gods, the Roman gods, Buddhism, Hinduism, Shinto, Scientology, Mormonism, whatever, right? And you're an atheist when it comes to all those gods. But the one God that you happen to be born into, well, that one seems more reasonable. Yeah, the Bible, that one must be right. There's been thousands of religions throughout time and millions of different variations of beliefs among hundreds of millions of people. And what? You are lucky enough to be the one dude, the one culture that has it right? How ridiculous. So just as stupid as these beliefs are and as we mock them, we should mock Christianity and Islam and Hinduism and Buddhism. And look, man, they're all wrong. The only honest people in this conversation are the ones that say, I don't believe any of this religious bullshit, so they're an anti-theist. And outside of that, you say, look, I'm open to whatever, but I don't know, man. I don't know what happens when I die. If I had to take an educated guess, I guess it's just like permanently sleeping. I just don't exist. It's the same as it was in 1877 for me. Just don't exist, right? But I don't know. Let's all be honest and talk like adults here and not make up stuff about aliens and future technology and interplanetary hubs.